All right, so when you load up our platform, you're gonna see this sample image that you can click around and play with. We're gonna go ahead and load another file, a bigger blueprint that we can play with, a little bit more relevant to what we do here. We're gonna choose file. We're gonna come down to this sitemap. So this is a local file that you can pull from your computer. Otherwise, you can use a URL. If it's hosted someplace else, you can pull that in directly from the URL. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to set our scale. So here in this scale, we've got a 1 inch equals 50 feet. So by default, we have a 1 inch by 20 feet. We've got another 1 inch by 20. I'm going to delete that one. And then I'm going to make sure 1 inch equals 50 feet. And we're set. That's the one that I want to select. So now we can start to get in and start playing with this. So across the top, you've got a couple options. You've got your menu items where you can download, save, and print. What's really nice about this is as you add annotations and measurements, you can download this as a PDF. Then when you re-upload this file, all of those same measurements and annotations are still associated to that document and are still editable. So you can add and remove and change and make changes to your previous edits instead of starting over from scratch. So save, print, all of those. We've got some view controls if you want to rotate your pages, etc. Zoom in, zoom out. You can also, I hold Command or Control and roll with my mouse. This is your pan, so you can click and pan. You're going to select some items here. Then you've got all of these different options. So annotate if you want to add text to this. We'll show you in a minute with that. You can highlight certain areas. Shapes, you can draw various shapes or freehand shapes. Measure is where we're going to be spending most of the time here, okay? So under measure, I'm going to make sure I've got the right scale here. Then I can do several things. Here, I'm going to take a measurement of this block. I'm going to click and drag and release, and I've got 102 linear feet of measurement. I can do the same using this parameter, but in this case, instead of clicking and dragging, I'm going to pan over here. In this case, I can click, 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 and I can do as many areas as I want here and double click to exit out. Okay. At any time now, when I look at these, I can hover over this. This is 249 feet and this is 102. But also up here in the top right, this calculator, we're going to sum all of these measurements together for you as you go along. Okay. You can also click on this comment area, and I'm going to filter out comments that I've made or by type, line or polyline or rectangle, okay? And now we can see all of the individual measurements that we have within this document. So let's keep going. Let's keep playing here. I'm going to do an area. And before I do that, I'm going to hit escape to exit out of this. And I'm going to say enable snapping for measurement tools here. So now what that does is when I enable a measurement, you can see this box. Now it's going to allow me to snap directly to these corners and get these measurements. Really cool stuff here. Again, you can have different scales for each of these different settings if you wanted to. We can do circles here. We can do rectangles where all you do, let me exit out and I'm going to screw it over. So a rectangle, so I'm going to click and drag now. And notice how all of these have different fills, right? And you can set your default fills or strokes, meaning the outlines or the fills, right? I'm going to do green with an opacity down so that I can see back behind this. So pretty cool stuff. And again, we're going to be summing all of these measurements together for you. Okay, so 8 plus 7 plus 1 plus a bunch of change in there. Now let's go to our check marks. So we all love counting stalls. I'm going to go over to this parking lot area, pan over, do my check mark. Let's do red. Now I'm going to just click on the same spot every time. If you want to click into the middle, that's fine too. Now we're going to be counting lines here. All right. Now again, we've got 20 stalls, 18,000 square feet of area, 343. Okay, so now one more thing here. So I'm going to show you my measurements here. So I've got these items. So now I can click into any one of these and I'm going to hit this subtract button. So we've got about 1,200 linear feet. I'm going to hit subtract. And so we've decreased this measurement by about 1,200 square feet, whatever that was. We want to do that again. I'm going to draw, let's say, another rectangle. There's an island in here. So I'm going to draw a rectangle over top of this. We're sitting at 18,023 now. I'm going to select this inner rectangle and I'm going to hit subtract. And now we're back down to 16.8. So now we're going to start creating islands and subtracting area out of this measurement. So really cool stuff here. We can do, like I said, some text. So if you wanted to do a text box here, we're going to say notes to customer. We can center these and we can fill the back. Let's put them in the center. We can put this on a black background so they can see it however they want. You can do a lot of this. Again, I can save this, I can come back and I can edit this. I can add internal notes. So if you wanted to hand this file to somebody and add an internal note here for somebody to come back and view later, and then remove that note before you send it to the customer, totally can do that. Lots of things. Get in here and play with this. We're really excited to release this to get you guys another step further into your estimating and bidding process. If you have any questions, reach out. Thank you guys. Take care.